Is it no pain, no gain, the best training process? The answer is no, absolutely not. Welcome back. This is Sports Psychology Tuesday, and today we'll talk about a gentleman that had a TED Talk and shared amazing and very interesting details. He starts a TED Talk with a statement that no pain, no gain mentality, quote, and attitude is wrong. How is it wrong? You'll discover it in 2 minutes. Before, let's dive into the life of Stephen Seiler. He spends 25 years in labs where he works with athletes, where athletes would come and sweat for science. In labs, you could control different kinds of factors like altitude, heat, intensity, and etc. And it would bring a lots of understanding for human physiology. He says that those labs, even though they're working amazingly well, that they're limited, and once an athlete go to outside of the lab, there are things that are complex and there are long processes that affects different performances. Well, he goes to Norway, where Norway is super famous for endurance sports. He discovers one particular detail on an interesting way. One morning, he was passing by, he was on a run, he was passing by a woman that he recognized her from lab testing just a few weeks ago. He was aware that she can run a long period of time. Well, she was coming to uphill, suddenly she started walking uphill. Once she reached a hill, she started running again. She was like, why would this woman stop and walk and then start running again? Then he comes across to another article saying that too much pain for little gain. Well, this brought some interesting questions that he wanted to see what is this all about. He shares that there are two variables for these researchers, for this research. First, there is intensity and there is duration. He says the duration it's easily controlled in tested. Well, with intensity, there is external intensity and internal. External is a pace or power we produce or a workload. And in external intensity, there are 3 zones. There are green, yellow, and red. Green, very important to remember, is from light to easy work, yellow to medium to hard work, and red to hard to very hard, almost like breathing that amount of hard. In internal intensity, it is oxygen consumption and your heart rate, blood vacuum, and etc. Well, now he comes with other researchers around the world, that gentleman Stephen Seiler, and does a research with 100 athletes from different kinds of endurance sports, such as skiing, rowing, cross-country, distance running, and cycling. And what do they discover? And what was the purpose of their research? Well, the purpose was to find out, is it no pain, no gain, the best training process? The answer is no, absolutely not. That is shocking. Imagine, they were so surprised. They say that elite athletes, out of 10 practices, 8 practices are in green zones, from easy to light work, and that 2 of them are maybe yellow or red zone. How did they discover? Well, there is Norway researchers that spent with a lady's name Marga Bjorg that has won 8 gold medals, 4 silver and 1 bronze. She allowed Norway researchers to spend 5 years with her and test all her training process or program. Well, what did they discover? They discovered that in 800 hours of her practice, she spent 760 hours in the green zone. In the green zone. 40 hours only in yellow or red zone. Then there was the same researcher, and you're going to see it once you watch this TED Talk, that there is a cycling research, they found out the same thing, and for distance runners, the same thing. They spend lots of their time in a green zone. So, what does this brings to us? What is this understanding of elite players? Well, it is understanding that they spend lots of time in a green zone, and that it is important that they have discipline. But what kind of discipline? It is intensity discipline. The question is, why this polarized approach to training works? Well, the explanation, they say that it is more sustainable, and that if you spend almost every practice in fight or flight response, you will have maybe burnout, overtraining, or stagnation. And that, yes, you should spend lots of time in a green zone because and few practices in a yellow or red, because this way training is more sustainable, it is more enjoyable, and also performances get better. So all of this, as you will watch this TED Talk, it is no surprise that there are few people that they want to go and become fit again, become stronger, more muscular, but then they meet some coaches that they are very strict and believe in this no pain, no gain quote. Well, they go from sofa to a red zone, and it is a no surprise that they end up again in sofa. So the whole message of this video and this TED Talk that you will watch, it is a simple one message. Find your green zone and train like a champion. I'm Coach Stefan, and this is Sports Psychology Tuesday. Thank you for watching.